right, hi everybody, and welcome back. Phil Nagy on Sports, joined as always by Kit on the left coast here. Today we are back with our second pregame video. The short week is a lot of fun for a lot of reasons, but one is because we get real live Browns football Thursday this week, which is awesome. So we're not going to dwell too much on the keys from last time. Kit will talk about them a little bit. Obviously, they didn't do very many of the keys we talked about. Therefore, they did not win. We'll leave it at that. So without further ado, we're on to Cincinnati, to quote legendary Browns coach Bill Belichick, of course. But Kit, what does the offense really need to do this week to get the W in First Energy Stadium?
All right, well, first of all, I think we got to start with that O-line and continuing the strong O-line play. We really saw some good play out of those guys against the Ravens, and we got to keep that up. Teller was really highly rated on PFF, which is a surprise for a lot of guys that were wondering about that guard competition at the right guard spot. That really worked out for us because we got to stick with that strong O-line play, and that'll be big for us in the run game and in the pass game. Moving on, we got to stick with the game plan. That was something that did not happen against the Ravens. We ran it initially and then kind of went away from it as we got behind in the game. And I think if we work to really focus that run in particular, but then even more importantly, expand out that marriage of the run and pass. We didn't see a lot of the play action and play action boot. I think there was only 3 or 4 of them in the whole game. And that's something that we saw a ton of in the training camp, and that was really successful for us. We really need to get back to that and emphasize that in the game, and I think that will really be big for us. And then build a rhythm. We really need to eliminate those drive killers. We had a bunch of them in the Ravens game. The dropped pass from OBJ. We saw penalties that were hurting us. That 3rd and 41 was brutal. There's a lot of things that we really need to focus to take away those mental errors that end up being drive killers and stopping our momentum. If we can build a good rhythm, we get our guys going and really be in a good place to win.
For sure. Okay, now let's flip over to the other side of the ball. Joe Woods' crew was pretty beat up pretty hard. With Joe Montana / Lamar Jackson back there dicing us apart. So what do the Browns defense need to do to get the W with Cincinnati this week?
Well, unlike the Ravens, the Bengals do not have a particularly great O-line. We need to exploit it. So exploiting that weak O-line, forcing those the first reads only for Burrow, make him uncomfortable back there. Take advantage of the fact that he's a rookie. Yeah, he's good, but this is a new level of game. He saw some pretty good things in his week 1, but we can definitely exploit some of that the rookie tendencies of holding on to the ball or only going to the first read, especially when he's getting pressured. So if we can exploit that weakness up on the O-line, then we can really make him uncomfortable and less successful in the game. Secondly, we really need to focus this game more so on our man coverage than on the zone coverage. One of the things we saw in the Ravens game was that we were almost exclusively in zone coverage, and for good reason, because you can't afford to have the defenders focused on their man and not in the backfield when you got a Lamar Jackson back there. So to limit Lamar Jackson, you play that zone. But we're way too ravaged in the back 7 to be playing zone coverage against good quarterbacks because we need we need to take away those threats. They've got a really good core of wide receivers. If we can take some of those guys away by playing some man coverage, allow our pressure to get to the quarterback. And this week we really can afford to do that because now we don't have a Lamar Jackson back there. Burrow's not known for his scrambling skills. Not that he can't run, but he's not going to be run first type like Lamar Jackson. Lastly, we really need to bend but not break. And really what we're trying to exploit here on the defense is the fact that we know they have weak kickers. In fact, we're very familiar with one of them that we just got rid of. But Bullock just got he wasn't fully replaced. It looks like it's going to be him in this game, but Bullock and Seibert on that team, either one of them can be an advantage for us to take, kind of exploit that. So as long as our defense can stay in the game, focus on being involved enough to stop them without allowing them to score, then we can take advantage of the fact that they don't have the best kickers, and potentially that will allow us to absorb some yardage without actually giving up too much of the game.
Sure. Okay. We put it all together. What are the overall keys for a Browns victory on Thursday?
3 simple things: clock control, win the takeover margin or turnover margin, and execute. That's all you got to do. Do those 3 things, we win this game.
That sounds awesome. Okay, now we were able to get the sim done yesterday. Game kind of crashed at the end, but it still counts. It's still up there, so you can go back and watch it on the channel. In our sim, the Browns won 30-24. It was a pretty good game, a good mix of things. So we're going to play another round of over-under based on the stats from that sim. We'll take out some of the obvious ones, like I think they're going to run for more than 60 yards and things like that. But Baker Mayfield threw 2 touchdowns in that sim that we did yesterday. So Baker Mayfield over under 2 passing touchdowns.
Today, I think he's going to, or it's really tomorrow. Tomorrow he'll be over. He'll be over those 2 touchdowns. I think he's going to probably have 3 of them. And really that's going to be important for us. If we're rushing well, then our play action is going to work, and we're going to see some of those nice touchdowns like the one to Njoku wide open in the end zone.
Fantastic. Now, a couple of things on the defense we want to focus on. Miles had 3 sacks in the sim. That seems like a pretty aggressive thing to ask. So we'll just do defensive turnovers overall. Yesterday in the sim, they had 2. They had a forced fumble and an interception from Money Mitch. Over under 2 turnovers for our Browns defense Thursday night.
I think with all the injuries, I think we're actually going to be under that, unfortunately. I think we're probably only going to get maybe 1 in this game. Obviously, that's an important part of the game, but so long as we're protecting the ball on offense and we get 1 takeaway, then we're doing our job.
For sure. It's been a kicker-focused episode, of course. Last over-under, we picked up Cody Parkey for the Sim Browns, and he actually went 3 for 3 yesterday in our sim. So over-under, Cody Parkey, 100%. I guess you can't go over. We'll just say, is he going to make all of his field goals that he's asked to kick tomorrow? Yes or no?
I'm going to give it to him. He's going to match it. He's going to hit them all. I don't think he's going to have a ton of opportunity to kick. Hopefully we're scoring, but I don't think he's going to see a ton of opportunity to kick. Maybe 1, maybe 2 field goals. But I'm going to give him 100% on the field goals and all the extra points.
So let it be said, so let it be done. Cody Parkey, you can do it. All right, last thing for the day. 30-24 was the win in the sim. Close game to the end. Actually, a Hail Mary that went incomplete in the end zone that would have tied the game. So very, very close back and forth. Final score prediction, official Nagy on Sports prediction for the Thursday night game, Browns and Bengals is...
So this one, I think we have the short week, hopefully flushing a lot of that stuff. Hopefully we're getting back to, but we really are. I think we're going to struggle still on offense a little bit. I'm going to give this one to the Browns again, but it's going to be a little closer than we probably want it to be. 24-21 Browns.
24-21 Browns. Okay, you heard it here first. And all 3 of those would be Baker touchdowns since you think he's going to have 3. So
that's right.
Exciting. All right. Well, we thank you guys so much, especially our subscribers. It's been great. There was a request to kind of do a little stream or a video on Friday where we can kind of decompress and process the Browns game. That was a lot of fun during the sim yesterday. So even though there's no game to sim, we will do some sort of a decompression of the game on Friday as a channel, because that's what we do here at Nagy on Sports. But you guys are awesome. Hope you've enjoyed this video. And as always, go
Browns!
Browns!